Did you know that the Grand Canyon is actually around 5 to 6 million years old, but the rock layers at the bottom are over 2 billion years old? That means you're looking at some of Earth's oldest history when you visit. Have you heard that the Grand Canyon is so large it creates its own weather? The varying elevations lead to dramatic differences in climate across the canyon. Can you believe that the Grand Canyon could hold around 900 trillion gallons of water? However, it almost never fills because of the dry Arizona climate. Interestingly, despite its name, the Grand Canyon isn't the world's deepest canyon. That title goes to the Yarlung Tsangpo in Tibet, which is even deeper. It's fascinating that only about 30% of the Grand Canyon is accessible by road, meaning there's still much left to explore on foot or by helicopter. You might be surprised to learn that fossils from ancient sea creatures are found in the Grand Canyon, despite it being nowhere near the ocean. An interesting fact is that there are around 1,000 caves within the canyon, though only one is open to the public, the Cave of the Domes on Horseshoe Mesa. Surprisingly, the Grand Canyon has a hidden museum at the bottom. It's the Grand Canyon Field Institute, a unique spot for field-based learning. Here's something intriguing. The Colorado River has carved the Grand Canyon at an estimated rate of 1 foot every 200 years. It's amazing that the Grand Canyon is visible from space. Its size and depth are so striking that astronauts have reported seeing it clearly. Ever thought about how dynamic the Grand Canyon's ecosystems are? There are 5 different climate zones within the park, from desert to alpine. What's surprising is that the Grand Canyon is still growing. Erosion continues to widen and deepen it over time. Here's something you might not know. There are pink rattlesnakes in the Grand Canyon, specially adapted to camouflage with the pinkish rocks. Can you believe that Phantom Ranch at the bottom of the Grand Canyon has its own unique postal stamp, highly sought after by collectors? Interestingly, the Grand Canyon was once filled with lava. Volcanic eruptions spilled lava into the canyon, creating natural dams. It's fascinating that the Havasupai people have lived in the Grand Canyon for centuries and are the only Native American tribe still residing within it. You might be surprised to learn that mules have been transporting visitors up and down the Grand Canyon trails for over a century. Surprisingly, the temperature difference between the canyon rim and the base can be over 20 degrees Fahrenheit due to elevation changes. A little-known fact is that the Grand Canyon was a filming location for many old Western movies, helping cement its iconic status. You wouldn't expect that snowfall is common on the canyon's northern rim, while the lower canyon can stay warm and snow-free. Did you know that in the 1970s, the U.S. government considered damming parts of the Colorado River, which would have flooded large sections of the canyon? Can you believe that the Grand Canyon's south rim is open year-round, while the north rim is only accessible from May to October due to snow? Interestingly, the Grand Canyon is considered one of the world's best places for stargazing, with stunningly clear skies and little light pollution. It's fascinating that rattlesnakes here sometimes don't rattle. They've evolved to avoid detection from curious hikers. An interesting fact is that geologists are still debating how the canyon was formed, with theories ranging from gradual erosion to massive flooding events. Surprisingly, the Colorado River is far smaller than it used to be, reduced due to the numerous dams and reservoirs upstream. Here's something intriguing. In the 1900s, a hotel built directly into the canyon walls was proposed, but the plans were thankfully scrapped. It's amazing that the Grand Canyon's ancient rock layers include fossils from coral reefs, showing that this dry land was once underwater. A little-known fact is that Grand Canyon guides know the route so well, they can pinpoint locations even in near-total darkness. What's surprising is that the Grand Canyon Skywalk extends 70 feet out over the rim, giving visitors a chance to walk over a 4,000-foot drop. One incredible fact is that there are entire species of insects living in the canyon that exist nowhere else on Earth. Did you know that nighttime temperatures in the lower canyon can still be warm while the rim drops below freezing? Have you heard that it's possible to see a rare phenomenon called a temperature inversion in the Grand Canyon, where cooler air is trapped under warm air, creating a foggy layer over the canyon floor? So, what do you think is hiding in the Grand Canyon? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to check out another related video on our channel. Head out on your next adventure. The journey never ends.